I'm going to talk about one of the problem in LEETCODE known as max subarray. This video is not just to give the solution; it's to how to drive the solution, like for a normal developer who is first time seeing this kind of a problem. It's like to reduce the complexity of the problem. That is the explanation I'm going to give it right now. So let's start it. So this is the question, and which they give an array, and they want a maximum sum of the continuous subarray. Continuous subarray is like, as you know. So this could be a subarray. A single value could be a subarray, and a set of things could be a subarray. So those are the subarrays. For example, we know by looking at the array itself, we can find out this is the maximum value, and also this is one of the maximum value. And here we have, if we want to include this 4, it will be minus 5 will be there. It will be minus 1, so we will be ignoring this 4. And we have 4 over here, and 2 and 1 over here, and this just minus 1. So if we combine these 4, we will be able to get the largest sum, 6. So this is the output. They are expecting only the 6, not the array value. So like, this is the array we know, but they don't expect what array you are found it. They don't need the index of which is the subarray's index start and end. They just want the output of some array. So just jumping to the solution. So you can find multiple solution in LeetCode. If you land into this problem, you will see that discussion. In that, you can search for the language you prefer. Like for example, I prefer Swift, so I'm starting with the Swift language. So I just took it. So most of the language problems or solution will be this. This is the perfect solution. I'm just going to explain the walkthrough inside that the rest of the video. So to get deep how this solution makes its perfect sense, and how it been derived. As I told previously, the max value, like finding a max value, similarly they try to combinedly check the max value of subarray in the first, and then they will include this thing also, what is a max subarray, and the around the 4 elements, and then they will include this. This is how they continue. So here in this formula, just you can ignore these two print statement, which is very huge. So in this two, if you look at them, for example, till this thing, if you see, there's a two values. One is max value, this including one as a max value, which is a small subarray. One will be there, but when it moved to here, we can't compare with one with 4. One is not compared with 4 because one is something different, so you cannot compare. So if you want to compare whatever the max subarray that we got from here, we need to compare it the next loop. So here if we see that max subarray value we have is -2, because we need to include 1 and -3. Those two things we combine it, then only we can add it in the 4. So we need to check whether combining these guys with 4 making sense, or just 4 alone is making sense. So we compare with -2, not with directly with the max value of 1. So just edit this max value and then try to print it, so you could get more clarity. So how this thing is done. So main formula for this subarray is uh, comparing with the previous max plus current value and current value. So like adding these two guys whether make it greater value, or solely that value itself makes sensible value. So this is the comparison we need to do. You must might found it. Similarly, this is how the flow is going on. So you could understand like where it when it comes to here, combinedly these three guys, mean max value will be, we if you can't take just directly the 4, you need to take -1 along with it. So that's why we get this guy like 3. So because the previous max value was 4 and the current max value was -1, So combinedly it will become a 3. So that is what we try to take it up to comparison, whether making 3 taking 3 or minus 1. So we need to compare and check which one is greater. So that one will be next, going to the next flow. So these two guys are being compared, not compared with this guy directly. Only value plus premium max will be comparable, and the flow goes. That's how we are able to get 6 as an output over here. To understand a problem, I would suggest everyone to try to trace it. So tracing the problem or algorithm will understand you the better, and we need an optimal solution for whenever someone asks, or this is the best one. That's all.